Hi children, good morning. Our today's topic is communication. You all know what is communication? Okay. Yes, communication refers to an art of transferring facts, ideas, feelings, etc. from one person to another and making him understand. Okay. Now let's see what all are the importance of communication, why communication is needed in an organization. First is for successful operation of business. Nowadays, the area and scope of business has become wide. This business cannot be handled by one person. Communication plays an important role to solve this problem. Next is successful performance of managerial function. In the function of management like planning, organizing, leadership, coordination, direction, communication is having a specific place. Good communication is a strong base of effective management. Okay. Same way. Next is maximum production at lowest cost. Communication reduces labor unrest and strikes. It encourages or motivates employees to work for the betterment of enterprises. This effective communication establishes good relation between labor and management. Next is prompt decision and its implementation. Communication facilitates decision making by providing the required information needed. With the help of communication, prompt decision can be taken regarding the solution of problems and decision can be implemented. Next, it increases the morale of employee. After completion of work, employees expect recognition of their work because recognition satisfies human needs for esteem by others and for self-esteem. Recognition is possible only through an effective communication system. Next importance is human relation. Communication and human relation are complementary to each other. It is impossible to have human relation without communication. Oral and written communication is necessary for human relation, and communication is essential for establishing a cordial human relation between management and employees. Now let's see the types of communication. Communication can be verbal, written, formal, informal. Now let's see what is verbal communication. Verbal or oral communication refers to the message transmitted orally or verbally. Verbal communication includes face-to-face contact and joint consultation, etc. Through this method, message can be communicated immediately within shortest possible time. Now, what are the means of verbal communication? The means of verbal communication are personal talk, group talk, telephone, radio, television, this all. Next, what are the advantages of verbal communication? Verbal communication is an easier type of communication. Why? Because it is effective. There is a direct conversation in verbal communication. During conversation, facial expression and eye-to-eye contact is having specific importance in verbal communication. Verbal communication make conversation more effective. Next is immediate feedback. There is a direct contact between the sender and the receiver in verbal communication, and the sender is able to understand the reaction of the message immediately. And necessary modification can be made in the conversation according to the feedback. Next is save time and labor. Verbal communication takes less time if the message is brief. It is one of the fastest means of communication, and it saves labor also. And it is less expensive too. The expenses are not incurred in verbal communication because in other communication expenses are incurred on paper, pen and other equipments, but money is saved in verbal communication. Next is fastest communication. Verbal communication is one of the fastest means of communication. In this method, various activities like asking questions, giving answers, resolving problems take place simultaneously. Next, flexibility. Verbal communication is totally flexible because conversation can be reduced or increased according to the need. There are certain disadvantages of verbal communication also. Let's look into that. First is lack of written proof. One of the major disadvantage of verbal communication is lack of written proof. Then presentation of both parties. Verbal communication is possible only when both the parties are present. It takes lot of time to make both the party present. Thus, if one party is not present, the verbal communication is impossible. Then unfit for lengthy communication. Verbal communication is unfit for lengthy communication because lengthy communication cannot be memorized for a long time. Unsuitable for future reference. In business, some informations are needed for future. These information are not recorded properly, so it is unsuitable for future reference. Then verification. Oral or verbal communication cannot be verified after, since no proof is recorded. Now let's see what is written communication. Written communication refers to the message transmitted in written form. It includes two or more than two parties. For written communication, paper and pen is essential. In big enterprises, bank, insurance companies, communication is done through written communication. Means of written communication, you can say agenda, annual report, bulletins, correspondence, journals, memorandum, minutes. These all are the written communication. Advantages. First is basis of evidence. For evidence, written documents are required, and written documents are required for solving the future dispute. Thus, written communication acts as an evidence. Next is suitable for lengthy information. It is not possible to memorize the lengthy information, thus it should be in written form, which is possible through written communication only. Next is it is economical. Written communication is economical as only pen, paper and typing machines are required. Next is availability of all parties are not essential. In written communication, it is not required to have all the participants at a time. The sender can write or type information and send it to other party in this type of communication. Then suitable for future reference. It has got record and proof also. Written communication is suitable for future reference. In court cases, it acts as a proof. Next, certain disadvantages are there. Let's see the disadvantages. Unsuitable for illiterate and blind person. If one of the parties in this type of communication is illiterate or blind, it is unable to read, then this type of communication is not suitable for them. Lack of secrecy. It is difficult to maintain secrecy in this type of communication. Any person can go through the information in future due to its written form. Next, wastage of time, labor and money. Every conversation or message is written in this type of communication which wastes time, labor and money. If any information is left out, then again it is rewritten, which incur more expenses. Next, delayed communication. It takes lot of time to draft, type and send the message. It involves lot of formality in sending messages which cause delay in communication. Okay, thank you.